Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Respected businessmen and women, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Today is indeed an auspicious day because we are discussing the signing of the FTA with China. I had mentioned to you several months ago that we are going ahead with this, and we had lots and lots of interactions with the business community, get the feedback, because I strongly believe that the Ministry of Commerce and Industries and Textiles should be in sync with the business community, because I know the frustrations I went through when the China FTA was signed in phase one, and I really felt bad because the business community was not fully consulted. And this time around, a lot has been discussed, and so we're discussing the way forward from the FTA. But ladies and gentlemen, before I talk about it, I would like to take a few minutes just to discuss what is the direction, what are we trying to do in the Ministry of Industry? Kahan ja rahe hain? So I know today there is a lot of confusion, there is a lot of some despondency. क्या हो रहा है, कोई डायरेक्शन नहीं है, कुछ हो नहीं पा रहा, ये है, everyone is talking about all these things, और हमें पता भी नहीं है, और ऐसा लगता है कि we are a rudderless ship, कोई डायरेक्शन नहीं है, पता नहीं है मुल्क का क्या होगा, right? This is what I'm hearing. Well, let me answer those questions first, because it's no point looking at the future of the FTA unless we understand what type of reforms is the government trying to do, and what is the direction of those reforms. First of all, we have to move away from the trader-driven consumption economy. Traders, वहाँ जाओ, माल मंगाओ, under invoicing, misdeclaration, पैसे कमाओ, जन्म में जाए कि इंडस्ट्री तबाह हो जाए कि नहीं हो. Am I right? Well, that is the first reform that we want to change. Next one, during the last 10 years, what did we see? What did I see as a businessman? That there is deindustrialization going on in the country. Factories band ho rahe. I remember I went to Karkhana Basi when we discussed this in the Pakistan Business Council, कि यार कुछ हो रहा है, समझ नहीं आ रही. We did a detailed study. The results that came before us, I took it to Karkhana Basi Sahab when he was the Prime Minister. I said, Karkhana Basi Sahab, ye dekho. There is deindustrialization going on in the country. Please have a seminar and let us all discuss. He agreed. We had a seminar, and it was clearly shown that there was deindustrialization going on. Everything was being imported, and so the first thing that I felt was, let us go back to make in Pakistan. Go back to our industrial development, which was there in the past. Next thing was, how are we concentrating on exports? I remember I went to Ishaq Dar. I said, Dar Sahab, आपको पता है कि export का तो आप नाम ही नहीं लेते हैं. क्यों export किस तरह से बढ़ेंगे? There is no export-driven policy. He says we don't have any exportable surplus. My view on this is, ladies and gentlemen, is everything should go for export. No nation, Japan, Korea, Vietnam, Thailand, and now Bangladesh, India, nobody will ever develop until you become a respectable export industry. We must be able to export, and in the last 5 years, exports have actually started to go down. So export was another reform that we're bringing in. And then pursuit of import substitution. Yes, we have to bring forward and pursue import substitution to get our local industry to a certain critical mass, and then they're ready for exports. Supporting for the SMEs, and now comes a tough one. Systematically and logically move away from subsidies and pursue greater productivity, work on some standards and certifications. That is the overall direction that we want to go. And when we look at it with Make in Pakistan, I was in Faisalabad a few weeks ago, and I asked them, is the industry getting more business today than in August when we came into the government? Their answer was yes. There are more orders today, and factories are starting up. We're now investing. Alhamdulillah, that great ship which was going in the wrong way, thanks to our traders, now it has started to shift. And now our industry is slowly but surely picking up. In these very premises, 15 days ago, we had the Texpo fair. We displayed our best products. And every single foreign delegation that came, I met them personally. Batao. What's wrong with us? Don't tell me it's a nice building and this and I don't want to know that. What's wrong with us? And all of them said one thing. We come all this way to Pakistan and we ask the exporters, please show your products. They says, your range is too narrow. I'm looking at it, but that's all you make? Is that it? Where are the other colors? Where are other things? So, fellow businessmen, we have to widen our product range. It's only you who can do it. I can't do it in the government. So that's another thing. We've got to diversify product-wise and geography-wise. And I will come to that a little later. When we talk of import substitution, we have some good examples for how many years we pursued the tractor industry, and the tractors started to go higher and higher, excuse me, and complete localization today. And Alhamdulillah, I came all the way from Islamabad to Lahore to witness the export of our tractors. And I had only one thing that I wanted to do, just touch the tractors. They are our products that are going for export into the African market. Just yesterday I heard another lovely thing. The Turkish gentleman who met me in the Marriott Hotel and says, you know, we're going to export refrigerators. I said, you're going to export refrigerators? Please invite me. I will come all the way to your factory just to touch. That's all I want to do. Touch the product that are going. They are our products. They're going to give us the dignity that we want around the world. That is what I'm saying. So, and we'll go after support the motorcycle, etc., etc. So that's where import substitution will go up. I've had a long series of meetings with SMEs, and to the SMEs, I will talk about it in a minute. So now, how are we? What's the policy? I've given you the direction. What is the policy we're going to do to get in that direction? First and foremost, in the two interim budgets that were done by this government, when I joined and I looked at the tariff structure, honestly, मुझे तो समझ ना आया कौन सा बंदा था वो इस किस्म के ये tariff structure बना दिया. Shoes, import a whole shoe, complete, built up, duty 5%. Raw material to make that shoe 20%. क्या हो गया? No wonder Bata and service closed their factories down and started importing. It's us who are wrong, the government, not the businessman. That's been corrected now. And we will do, so what is the objective? Bring down the costs of raw materials, intermediaries. So that is our policy to get those, to move in that direction. In the budget, in the coming budget, I've had a meeting with the FBR, several of them, and the next meeting is on Tuesday, 10 o'clock, with the finance advisor, and we're going to lay down the parameters. Again, I'm going to say, we've now got to move more aggressively. I want to do 2-3 things. Reduce the duties, RDs, additional custom duties. How much we can do, I don't know. Because as you know, we're in with the IMF and we have budgetary constraints. To give you some comfort, although we're going to reduce the duties on raw material and intermediaries, we will not reduce the duties on finished goods. It means, what does it mean? It means you're going to get a little bit more profitability. But fellow businessmen and businesswomen, please use this thing to upgrade. Don't take it as a malai, because in the next couple of years it will be gone as soon as our economy improves. Once we get out of our difficulties, we will bring down the duties on finished goods. So please use it as an opportunity. It's there only because we have a budgetary constraint. So I told the finance minister, keep the duty up on finished goods. I have no problems. The objective of the exercise is I want to make tariffs logical and predictable and constant. We don't want this rapid change. I know what it's like as a businessman. You always have to look over your shoulder because somebody who has contacts with the FBR, mil mila karke, that will not happen now. Because I'm now putting it in that you've got to, we will sign it. The Ministry of Commerce will have a say in it. The FBR alone cannot do it. So please, none of this, just stop this door numbering, going there and mixing with them and changing the duty structures. Next thing is, I hear you people say, कि यार कोई industrial policy नहीं है, which is correct. Industrial policy नहीं है. But what I can say to you, is the industrial policy is in the making. We're very close to it. So there is an industrial policy which will be out as a draft, and then we can all sit together and work on it. However, some areas have given me an industrial policy in their respective areas. Textile is being made. The meeting is going on right now here in Lahore. We're forming a leather council. So all the people from the leather side get together, and you the ones who got to develop your policy. Home appliances have given me their policy. Cement has given me their policy. So slowly but surely, all the direction of our industrial policy will slowly but surely unfold. I was asked, can you do the industrial policy in 100 days, when the 100 days thing was on? I said, I can't do it. I wish it was that easy to build an industrial policy in just 100 days. Not possible, but inshallah we will do it. The SME policy, I have now got it, and now it is to be discussed with everybody and rolled out. One other thing I must say, we're going to talk about the China FTA. FTAs, we have now, jitne bhi FTAs hai, I've discussed them with their respective governments. And Indonesia, we did not call it a revision. We asked them for a correction, and full marks to Indonesia. They said, yes, you, Pakistan, have got a raw deal. We will correct it. So unilaterally, effective the end of March, say the 1st of April, they have now given us 20 lines on which you can go duty-free into Indonesia. Please, you've got to use that. I tried with Turkey. Businessmen told me, go to Turkey, and the FTA is very much against us. So I tried. While the PM was sitting with the Turkish president, I sat with the commerce minister. She was a very tough lady. And what was the net result of my negotiations with her? Totally failed. Totally failed. She said, "Bhag jao. I'm not going to move an inch for Pakistan." I said, I thought we're all brothers. Turks and us, we love each other. So choro, love, the Turkish thing is there. Business is hard business. And she also said to me, I'm not going to give you any lowering of duty. I'm going to increase the duty on Pakistan because we are scared. And so when that happened, I went to our Prime Minister. I said, Prime Minister Sahab, just look at this nation. I respect them for it because they know where their interests lie. And that is what I want to do for you people. That is it. Why should we budge? Never. We want to do the same thing. Now, 2 more countries we're looking at. Inshallah, I've had a meeting with the Japanese government in December, and now on the 17th of July, I will be going to Japan again. Simple thing. Please give us market access. आपके लिए तो कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. हमारा पेट तो इतना छोटा है. You're a big economy. If we get another 300, 400, half a billion export, आपको तो कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. You're a huge economy. So inshallah, I will try my best in Japan and then fly over to Korea. let's see if we can do something with them. Now, these FTAs are an important part of our lives. Businessmen, I'm asking you, आपके जो नुमाइंदे हैं ना in the chambers and all the association, please get after them that we are electing you to be our representative, not to have photo ops with the Prime Minister and the Minister. Do some work. So please tell them that. Nobody does any homework in Pakistan. क्या करना है? बस यही करना है. You don't do these things. And only the trade association can really understand and guide us. कि ये करो, this particular HS को इस तरह से कर दो, ये कर दो. Only you people know it because मार तो आपको पड़ रही है ना. You are the ones who know the details. You get kicked around, so you know. So please get your association and the chamber to move and do something. But fellow businessmen and women, we have gathered here today to talk about China. Culturally, all of us, including me, we've always looked west. You know, London and New York and Paris, that's the places where we go. Europe में जाओ, थोड़ा बहुत व्यापार कर लेंगे, have a good time and come back. But the future is the East. We have to go East. And what bigger economy can we have than China? So, let us now look to China. CPEC, good. I must say, CPEC was a good thing. But now CPEC's direction has changed. We are no longer power plants, no longer infrastructure. We are moving CPEC towards industry and agriculture. So, where do we stand? Let us now discuss what we've got on the FTA. You heard the whole details. I will not talk about the details at all. The only thing I will say is the Ministry of Commerce has fulfilled its promise that we would discuss with you people, and now we have signed the FTA. Now, this FTA it was very, very tough. When I joined the government this time, when we first gave them the list, 313 tariff line, please give this to us duty-free. They said no. Why should we give it? You have 57 lines in phase 1, bas wohi rakho. You negotiated 57, khatam ho gayi baat. When myself and Yunus Daga in November went to China and we had a meeting, and then after during the it was a luncheon meeting, we talked and I tried my discussion, argument from this side, from this way, this way, this way. They refused to budge. Absolutely no, we will not do it. So I had to say at the end, Mr. Minister, thank you very much for a good lunch, but let us end here. And we did, and they refused. Since then, once the PM met them, they changed their heart, and finally they said, yes, we will give you everything that you have asked for, and I must say, we must be very grateful. We must be very grateful to the Chinese government that they have given whatever we asked for. What did we ask for? The only thing, my argument was, why are you being so tough to us when the only thing we're asking is put us on a level playing field with the ASEAN countries. So today we are on the same basis as the ASEAN countries. That's it. We've got it. And then the other thing, as Shafiq just mentioned, the best thing that we've now got is that our own industry, we have protected our industry. Let's look at the industries that have been protected. The industries that have been protected, 1,760 tariff lines, and the industries that are protected are textiles and clothing, iron and steel, auto, electrical equipment, agricultural produce, chemicals, plastic, rubber, paper, ceramics, glass, glassware, surgical instruments, footwear, leather, etc., etc.